Most people think they have a spending problem. They don't. They have a system problem. In the system most people rely on, budgeting, is quietly making things worse. That sounds strange, right? Because budgeting is probably the most common financial advice out there. Every app, every book, every video starts the same way. Make a budget. Stick to it. And yet, most people who create a budget end up in the exact same place a year later, sometimes worse. So either millions of people are just bad at following simple instructions, or the advice itself is the problem. My name is Sai. I spend a lot of time understanding how money, housing, and investing actually work here in Canada, so you don't have to learn it the hard way. And real quick, this is just to help you understand how this works, not financial advice. If you're making a big money decision, it's always worth talking to a professional. All right, let's get into it. Picture this. It's the first of the month. You feel motivated, in control. You open your notes app, or maybe a spreadsheet, and you build your budget. Rent, groceries, transit, phone bill, a little for fun, a little for savings. It all looks reasonable. It feels like a plan. And for a moment, you feel like you've figured it out. Then life happens. A birthday dinner, a random expense, a sale that feels too good to pass up. And slowly, the budget starts to bend. Then it breaks. And by the middle of the month, you've stopped looking at it completely. Because honestly, it just makes you feel bad. Sound familiar? That feeling, the guilt, the frustration, the why can't I just stick to this? That's not a discipline problem. It's a design problem. The budget was never built for how real people actually behave. When people create a budget, they imagine their best self, disciplined, focused, in control. No impulse spending, no bad days, no emotional decisions. But that version of you is not the one making decisions every day. The real version is the tired version, the distracted version, the stressed version. And that gap has a name. It's called the planning fallacy. We underestimate how messy real life is and overestimate how consistent we'll be. So the budget becomes not a plan, but a wish list. And every time it breaks, it doesn't just feel like a financial mistake. It feels personal, like you're the problem, like you can't be trusted with money. So you try again next month. Same budget, same pattern. And the cycle keeps going, quietly. Here's the real issue. Budgeting relies on willpower. And willpower is one of the least reliable things you can build a system on. It's like trying to eat healthy without changing anything around you. Same habits, same environment, just trying harder every day. It works until it doesn't, because eventually life happens and the system collapses. The people who actually change their behavior don't rely on discipline. They change the system. They change their environment. They make the good decision easier and the bad one slightly harder. Money works the exact same way. There's something called the default effect. Whatever happens automatically is what most people stick with, not because they're lazy, but because life is busy and we follow the easiest path. Most people's default looks like this. Money comes in, spending happens, whatever's left gets saved, and usually there's not much left. The real shift is simple. Reverse it. Save first, automatically, before you even see the money, before your brain has a chance to plan around it. Then live on what's left. I'm curious, what's the one thing that's been stopping you from building a savings habit? Is it income, spending, or something else? Let me know in the comments. You don't need perfect tracking. You need a system. Here's a simple version. The moment your paycheck hits, a fixed amount moves automatically to a separate account, ideally something like a TFSA. Out of sight, slightly harder to access. You set it once and let it run. because your brain can't miss money it never saw. And over time, your lifestyle adjusts to what's left. Most spending isn't about the thing. It's about the feeling. Stress, reward, boredom, comparison. And in Canada, the cost of looking financially stable has quietly become expensive. The lifestyle, the image, and budgets don't fix that. Budgets aren't useless. They just work for a very specific kind of person. For most people, what works is a system that runs in the background, a system that doesn't rely on motivation, a system that makes the right decision the default decision. Because you don't need to be better with money, you need a better setup. If you want simple, clear explanations like this around money and investing in Canada, consider subscribing. I'm Sai. I'll see you in the next one.